Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Araceli Chan and this is
Johnny.
So we're on the Halloween kick again. Today we are gonna do a tutorial for a Scarecrow. Again, we're just gonna kind of wing it since I've never done a Scarecrow before, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so today's makeup is inspired by this. Hopefully we are able to replicate it.
I'm just gonna wipe my face so it's all clean. No dirt.
Always make sure that your surface is clean. That way the makeup stays and there's not other stuff in there like oils that are gonna make your makeup hard to stay.
Okay.
With his makeup, I'm gonna be using the primer again. I guess I can say it's a hard candy primer. It's usually what I use for my daily makeup. But since this little guy is really active, he tends to get pretty sweaty at school, so he is actually not going to have a whole lot of makeup to deal with around his face. It's mostly going to be his eyes and around his mouth. So we're going to go ahead and just spread that over. I know this is going to look really weird, but this is an onion sack. So I just took out all the onions. I'm going to put this over his face, hopefully,
What's an
if it fits. Okay, let's do this. I got this little sucker on. The purpose of this is to just make it look textured. So I guess when people make scarecrows, they tend to make them out of like burlap. So I'm gonna try to make this as close as possible to looking like it's burlap. So I'm just gonna take my little palette here and I'm gonna use the brown, and I'm just gonna kind of dab it. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, we're gonna have to start this all over.
That would be bad.
It won't be too bad. We're just gonna do it in some areas. Okay, so once we're done dabbing that on there, we're gonna go ahead and try to take this off carefully. Alright, there you go. It worked.
That's not what I was thinking it came out to be like.
Okay, so while once he has that off, I'm just gonna go ahead and pat this on there just to make his skin a little bit darker all around. Alright, now that we got that on there, we're just gonna go ahead and start with the nose. Again, black cream makeup. You can find it at Walmart, Spirit. It doesn't really matter. It's just, I try to stay with like the reasonable, inexpensive stuff just because I accumulate this stuff throughout the years. So we're gonna go ahead and start with his nose. I'm gonna do like a pumpkin nose, really. Okay, so I'm actually going to use the palette, do the black, just because it's a little bit darker. I think the one that I have is kind of on a grayish scale, so it's not going to be that dark. And again, our dog is making an appearance in this video with her barking. Alright, from there we're going to go to his eyes. We're going to just pat this around. Doesn't have to be perfect because it looks like that Scarecrow's eyes are kind of messy too. Okay, we already had the first nose rubbing incident. Try not to put your face up, okay? Just close your eyes. With your eyes closed, look up. There you go. Now this is why it's hard to do makeup on kids, because they do not sit still. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of do the outline of how the eyes are on this picture. And just kind of go up. Strokes. Perfect. Right now I'm just gonna kind of go with the movement of his eyebrows, just because that'll give it a little bit more of a natural flow rather than trying to go against the eyebrows. Okay, so it looks like we're not gonna get this eye as black as we want because, look up. He's squeezing his eyes closed, so that's gonna be
like
really
you're
hard. And what we're gonna do on the nose, and actually on the eyes too. You can't itch your nose.
I need to.
I'm gonna use some waterproof Wet n Wild. It's dark eyeliner. I'm just gonna kind of do little lines just to kind of make it look like a little broken. Johnny, I'm gonna ask you to squint. Squint. Yep, like that. So I'm gonna follow his natural little wrinkles here.
I can actually sew my mouth.
It's gonna be the best day ever. So really, I wish I had black lipstick, but I do not. So we're gonna try this crayon.
My lips?
It's just face painting crayons. Let's see. Nope, that's gonna be way too. It's like one of those crappy crayons that you find at the Dollar Tree. It doesn't really do much. So we're just gonna do the same thing with the paint, with the black paint from the palette. That'll have to do. So I'm just gonna outline his lips, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing here. Close your mouth. Smile. Okay, stop smiling. And I'm gonna make it kind of messy at first, that way it's kind of shadowy. But then I'm gonna go into it just with a darker line straight through the middle. Kind of done with the smile, so right now we're gonna do these little dots on his mouth. So basically, do one right there, one right there, and this is where his stitches are gonna go. So now we are done with the dots for the stitches, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a little brush and so we're gonna do just the stitch right across. Alright, so since we're done with the black stitch, I'm going to try to put a little bit of kind of some white in there. Let's see. Okay, and that Scarecrow looks like he has a little bit of like reddish around his eyes.